Hello, dear friends. Alain Carnot, MCC from the International Coach Federation. I'd like to share some thoughts about something I've heard that when you do team coaching with a team that has more than 15 members, it is mandatory for some people to have to be at least two coaches. The rationale behind this is, of course, that one coach cannot be present to everything that's happening in a large group beyond 10, 15 people. So several coaches are needed for the work. This rests on a surprising frame of reference for myself. In other words, why should a coach need to hear everything that is being said in a room? I could almost go to the opposite point of view, which is, well, it's good to get a team, while team coaching, to get a team started on working on a project and then leave the room and tell them you trust them. And then you come back for the debrief and they debrief their work. What that may suggest is that you trust them. You don't have to supervise them. You don't have to be present to hear them to debrief afterwards by insisting on what you have heard. You're actually replacing the leader or something. You are content oriented. And you're not delegating to the team that it should ensure its own debrief and own meta communication on the way they work. They should be able to do it by themselves without a supervising coach. What is this idea that you have to have a number of coaches in a room to really attend to everybody's work? To make sure you don't miss anything, so maybe you can micromanage. Is this a control attitude? There are many questions raised to this. Personally, I may have several groups in a room, even a large organization, maybe up to 10 teams, and I trust them when I delegate the work to them that they work together intelligently to reach their objectives and then debrief honestly among themselves and maybe sharing with me as a coach what they need to improve, what they did well, their successes. And in that way, they will own the results much more than if they're doing it under the eagle eye of a supervisor that is there and writing things on a piece of paper, like a teacher supervising a number of teenagers or something like this. So the context is very interesting, this idea that a team coach must be present, must hear everything, must follow everything. Nothing must be missed. The team cannot be trusted to work on its own and develop by itself. Of course, this needs to be accompanied. The team will grow into having their inner dialogue on how they can improve if you give them a chance. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you very much for listening. Take care. Bye bye.